Welcome to the Griz Hockey Game Day pregame show, presented by the Montana Kaimin and ESPN Montana. Today we look at the matchup between the hometown Montana Grizzlies and the visiting Boise State Broncos. So since we last were on air, our Grizzlies actually went down to Helena and played Montana State, which is always a very good game. It's always electric. Unfortunately, they did come out with a 6-2 loss. From what I heard from some of the players, it sounds like Montana State just kind of came out of the gates better. Like they got that first goal, and then they just couldn't chase it.
Yeah, I think that's been a pretty constant problem for the Griz so far. I mean, it's 3-0 at the end of the first period. So when you're getting into a deficit like that, you could come out and score 3 in the second period, and you're still tied. So
yeah.
It seems like it's kind of a constant struggle for the Griz, home and away, to not let the other team build a lead in the first 2 periods. And that's been our downfall, I think, in the last 4 or 5 games we've played, probably.
Yeah, I mean, right now Griz hockey is at 2 wins, 5 losses. That's not a pretty number. But, yeah, dropped the last 4 in a row. And, that's rough. 3-1 loss to Utah State. I think, did I call that before the game? 3-1 loss in our predictions, game day predictions.
I think you might have.
Yeah.
I think you might have.
On the money there,
Oh,
sadly.
Yeah, I remember because we got upset that you weren't cheering for the home team.
Yeah. Just had to break the chain, but 3-2 loss after that to University of Utah, 5-1 loss to Weber State, and then coming off the 6-2 loss to Montana State. It's going to be hard for them to build the momentum after that many losses, but we'll see what they do today.
Yeah. Not to mention, that same player also told me that they had a 2-goal empty netter at the end of the game to try to get back on their feet.
The Montana State game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a tough game, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, end of the day, the Montana's allowed 3+ goals in every single game they played this season, and they've only scored 3 in 2 games. So that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, the defense is rough. The offense isn't really helping them out too much. So what do you guys think they have to do? What do you think is going to be the key to the game?
Personally, for me, key to the game, I was looking at Boise State's roster. Nick Littman, point leader, with 6 goals. I think the key is stopping him. And then
that have 6 points this year already. So those core 4 are probably going to be the ones that they need to stop. They're all forwards. Are they going to be able to do it? I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Logan, what do you think about the game tonight?
Well, just going off our goals to scored on ratio right now, I think really we need to lock down defense. Yeah. Just from the numbers, it kind of seems like we're letting a lot of breakaways or pressure on the net, and I think the first step in making sure you win a game is to lock down defense, because you can't win if you have 7 goals. It doesn't matter how good you are if you can't overcome that.
Yeah, completely. Goal for Boise State tonight, but Ethan Montgomery is one of Boise State's goalies. He's 3-0 when he starts. He's only allowed 6 goals in his 3 starts, and he has 73 saves on the year.
Dang.
So if he's starting, that's going to be probably a problem as far as scoring goals goes. So I think assuming that this Montgomery kid is starting and he plays as well tonight as he has so far this year, offense is going to have to step up pretty big time. They're going to have to put pressure on. They're going to have to get pucks on net. They're going to have to score goals this game if they want to have a chance. And they're going to have to not let up 3 goals in the first period.
Yeah, I think the key is, the great one said it best. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So just throw it on net. Even if, the hockey gods show love to those that just throw it at the net. And, bounces, tips, whatever. It happens. Most goals in higher level hockey are dirty goals, which is just, not clean.